arnica seems to be having an interesting thing with, it's more of a positive outlook kind of feeling.
Nice.
Like the processing was good this morning. Kara yesterday, what did she say? She goes, I feel better now in my 30s than I did in my 20s. And I'm like, you're taking arnica.
You're taking arnica, aren't you?
I've never seen you heard you say anything like that before.
Welcome to the Driving to the Rest podcast. This is Inelia.
And this is Larry. Just a quick note. If you're hearing this, you're on our free feed, which means you'll only get the first part of this conversation.
To access the rest, go drivingtotherest.com and subscribe to the Wisdom Keeper Hour.
Join us and our expert panelists for detailed insights and the after party where you're invited to join in the conversation. Head over to drivingtotherez.com and become a subscriber.
Your subscription keeps this podcast ad-free and helps us keep the lights on and maybe even get a decent cup of coffee. More importantly, it connects you with a community of passionate wisdom keepers like yourself. So if you're ready to go deeper, join us at drivingtotherez.com and support the journey. Fred! Hi, Fred.
Hi, Anelia. You're all alone. You're running solo.
I'm not alone.
You're soloing.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's true. You are the we. And
I'm not soloed and I'm not alone.
No one's
ever.
alone ever. That's true.
That's a projection. Why would you do that?
That is quite the projection.
I mean, you're in the fucking room.
You're not with your partner, Larry.
So what you're saying is Larry's not here in the room.
I guess that would be the more accurate way to say it.
Yes. But he is with me.
He's with you. He's listening to it right now. Somehow part of him's feeling it.
Moving on. What about your crust? What did you bring for me today?
Crust. Well, that was the thing this morning. Crusty, we hadn't been taking the homeopathy. We kind of didn't take it for a while, but then we took it, arnica.
When did you take the arnica?
Last night and the night before.
Oh.
And
that's the mega potencies treatment thing from that book.
It was.
What's the book called again?
Getting Back on Track or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think there was 10. She mentioned 10 right away. Tertiarily, she mentioned a couple more, but the kits that they send you come with 13. So we could have the 13.
Yeah. One of the things I found in the group that was doing it, at the beginning, everybody was reading the book and having to see, looking to see which one would fit best to start with or whatever, or to do. And then they started using other things like pendulums and other truthing methods to see which one to do, whatever's. And then your wife said, we're just going to do them all because I didn't get any hits or anything for this one, and it's had the most major effect on me. So there might be other things running, like the body doesn't want to heal, or other things, programs from the soul we don't want to heal. So, I think that's the wisest thing that I've heard. Let's just do them all.
Yeah.
And forget about truthing them or testing them or looking at them or reading the chapters.
We don't even know anything about what we're doing. We don't understand the whole thing because we're not doing homeopathy. We're doing crust removal. So,
but it is through homeopathy. I mean, that's one of the tools, right?
Well, no, but I mean, we're doing crust removal through homeopathy, but we're doing crust removal. We're not trying to say, oh, I have this going on in my life, so I want homeopathy to cure it. We're not doing that. We're saying...
Kind of the same thing, isn't it? Isn't it the same thing?
Well, usually, that comes back to what I was going to say. It's because you have a complaint and you want homeopathy to cure it. And the crust... Do we know what our crust is? And it turns out when we were trying to find a homeopathic remedy that you read the whole thing and other people will say, this really applies to them. And they're like, oh, that doesn't resonate with me at all. It's like, so that you people often don't know. I mean, everybody has blind spots and you don't often know yourself. And so it's kind of tough. And then in her book anyway, she says, She has anecdotal evidence of when she cured people and anecdotal and when she wished she would have cured people. This would have worked great on them. It's like, that's not a real story. You can't use that one.
Yeah. I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, so there was a lot of weird things in there. But when you take the homeopathic remedies, they may or may not have a lot of strong reaction. I mean, all the way from sleeping for like 16 or 17 hours because it just kind of wipes you out to having like, I think I mentioned earlier that I had a poison oak rash that I had in college that kind of came back lightly, stayed there for a couple of days and then went away.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah. And then this arnica seems to be having an interesting thing with, it's more of a positive outlook kind of feeling.
Nice.
Like the processing was good this morning. Kara yesterday, what did she say? She goes, I feel better now in my 30s than I did in my 20s. And I'm like, you're taking arnica.
You're taking arnica, aren't you?
I've never seen you heard you say anything like that before. So she was all just feeling good in her body.
Yeah,
so that worked for that. Yeah. But see, that's, the whole thing is, I think Larry was saying, you got to feel it to heal it, which isn't really the homeopathic treatment way. Homeopathic is supposed to be like equals like. It's just like you have something and you take it.
So usually somebody goes to a homeopath or a doctor or a hospital because they're feeling unwell.
Yeah.
Right? That's the usual path.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that's the homeopathic path. It means that generally in this culture, that's the path to get things treated when you're feeling them already.
Right.
Yeah. So you're feeling them already. You go to a quack to get better.
A quack.
Yeah.
Quack.
Duck. A duck.
An
Quack,
allopathic.
quack.
An allopathic doctor is a quack.
They're all quacks. But it's like, or you go to a homeopath, doctor, whomever.
Yeah.
To get that feeling gone because it's not feeling too good.
Right. Why else would you go?
Yeah, exactly. So that is the model of what we learn, right? But the premise of homeopathy, from what I understood, was that even though the person may be completely unaware of a situation that they're carrying, it shows in their body. It shows in their words, in the way they behave, and shows in their relationships. Because from what I remember, because my mom was a homeopath and she kind of trained me for a while, the intake was such random stuff, and most of it was to watch the person speak, sit, how they walked in, how they walked out, what they were wearing, things that the person had already, they were invisible things to the person.
Right.
And then, they've got like, I don't know, let's say they're suffering from anemia, let's say. But the fact that they had anemia and they were suffering from it was down on the list, way down there, right?
Right.
So they were actually already treating those invisibles for the person. Not invisible for the homeopath, the well-trained homeopath, that wasn't invisible to them.
Right.
But to the person, the patient, they were invisibles. And then they dealt with that thing that was way down there, invisible, by treating something that was invisible to the person, right? And then the actual condition was gone.
Right.
So it's kind of backwards and forwards. Is it homeopathy? Is it not homeopathy? Like the feel it to heal it is Dr. Cowan's, right? That Larry felt and saw. It's like,
right.
Oh my gosh. Because what happens if you're feeling something? You're going to go and get treatment.
Oh, well, there's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
And you work on yourself to get rid of that, what you're feeling that's not pleasant.
Yeah.
So it comes out that way. But with the crust, we decided, that's going to be great because the way that homeopathy works, right? It's like you get rid of very deep and invisible things most of the time.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt that what Kara has said, let's just do them all. It doesn't matter. Let's not look for what might be best for us. Because it's literally most of those will be invisible to us.
Right.
To us. And she said, one of the things that the author said is like, she felt that everybody in a Western country should take all of them.
Oh, she did say that.
Yeah.
I don't remember her saying that, but
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Something like
She
that.
said,
you know?
I remember she said that about, I think, Staphysagria or something for people who got shots when they were kids and stuff. She goes, everybody definitely needs this, everybody.
Yeah.
So she might have said the whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't read the whole book.
It could have been in one of her interviews, maybe. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that I don't remember it being the decision for taking it to remove the crust.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely had an effect in everybody who's participated.
Well, yeah, it's good stuff because it's like I have things that I complain about often. And when during the course of the ones we've taken so far, about 5 or 6 of them, there's been movement in all of those, you know. Unfortunately, you take a couple and you're feeling great, and then all of a sudden you take another one and antidotes that.
Oh,
you
no.
kind of go back. It's like,
Yeah, you have to be careful which ones you do after the other, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I kept a log so I can go back and say, well, okay, I felt good. I'm going to take afterwards. I'm going to go back and take this one again to get like
That's really clever.
Yeah, some complaints. And also, I do remember when I was taking homeopathy back in LA that the homeopatist said, hey, you're going to be a little more sensitive to the sun. And I'm like, that's not good. And I don't remember being extra sensitive there, but I have been very extra sensitive.
Why would the homeopath say that to you?
I don't know. You just said that this makes you more sensitive to the sun. I recall him saying that, but my memory is not 100%.
Wow.
So,
yeah, maybe it's a
because I was
squid memory.
maybe, but for
Skewed.
some reason, I was like the sun bumps. I usually get like a little bit of at the beginning of the season, and just any exposure at all has been making sun bumps on my hand. Just like I'm just having sun bumps like constantly this season, and this is like they won't go away, and it's pretty irritating because at night I scratch.
Yeah.
And but then I took the arnica, and it seems to have gone down quite a bit.
Oh, really?
So so that's good.
Yeah.
It's just a strange thing. So I keep thinking, okay, we're just trying to remove the crust. We're going to take all of these things. I'm not really worried what my condition is because I'm not doing homeopathy to cure a condition. I'm
That you can
doing
see.
homeopathy to get rid of the crust.
All of it.
If I want to go back and cure a condition because something isn't quite right, because we don't know if we ate some flavor and one of them got antidoted or something like that. I don't know.
The
But-
antidote just stops the work, but it doesn't reverse it. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
It just stops it.
Oh, okay.
But everything that you benefited from until that point stays with you.
Oh, that's
It just
good to know.
stops
Yeah.
from doing anything further.
Yeah.
So yes, you can take an antidote and then 2 days later you take it again and it just continues where it left off.
Yeah. But, you know, it's funny taking all of these too is because when I learned about homeopathy and I didn't know about it, it was a lecture in Los Angeles at one of these, you know, expensive rich person's homes. And this homeopathist came in and he had the method from Sankaran or whatever that is like, we will find you your base remedy. And it will fix everything. And he gave us a long lecture, slideshow presentation with all these case studies of people who did it. And we all walked out of there going, I've got to find that
My
one
base
remedy.
one,
It's gonna make me into like the perfect being, you know. And then I went to the quote best teacher guy in LA for several years and didn't work.
The homeopathy?
Yeah, he tried. Because he did what you're saying. He did a long intake, and every week was more intake with me in different states. Sometimes I'd go and I'd be upset. Sometimes I'd go and I'd just be normal, answering the questions. And maybe I'm just an elusive question answerer or something like that, and he couldn't get a beat on me. But it always came to the same thing. It was like rattlesnake, or and then he tried a different kind of snake, but it was always a snake kind of thing. And I was really there to get rid of like migraines and stuff, and it knocked him back a little bit, but he never got it. And,
yeah, that's weird because I would never have given you that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it's a funny one.
No.
Well, he wasn't an intuitive. He was completely watching, listening, notes, and then he had a computer program that you put all this stuff in and it sorted it out.
But here's the thing, what can happen is that there are very key signs for each person's base one, right? The base remedy. And the snake one is there's certain signs that they have that you don't.
Oh, which are the signs?
They keep licking their lips all the time.
Oh, no,
you don't lick
that.
your lips.
No.
Yeah.
No, he just got it because I said that, when I get into situations, I can be like, he always said, oh, you're attacking people. And he saw that, me doing this kind of thing, and he was like,
so
he picked up on that.
Yeah. So maybe the best, I don't know if he was the best, because that book tells you.
Right.
The book that he was using tells you what you have to look for and what are the real good signs for each one. And even though it's like a good theory that once you treat the base, then everything is fixed. From the years that I studied with my mom and I saw all her case studies and all her patients, including us, the older kids had to have it, I didn't see it. Right?
Interesting.
I didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
She would start there, right? And she would give it to them. And that, to me, felt like it opened up the possibility of healing. And then you did the rest.
That makes sense.
So, because it just didn't fix everything.
Yeah.
Literally did not. From what I saw.
And it's almost too simple of an idea. And
well, I kind of like simple ideas and simplicity,
Yeah.
But that one didn't work out for us.
Well, he said, you were born and then a trauma happened to you and you reached for a frequency and it's like,
No, not really.
You might want to reach, you might reach for more than one frequency. You might reach for a lot of frequencies.
Yeah. Maybe you came in with one frequency and then became compatible with those frequencies on the planet.
Exactly.
So,
so it's a limited premise that they were operating from.
Yeah. So
I totally agree with that.
When it comes with homeopaths, one of the things also, because I worked with several homeopaths, they're all very different. They all come from different schools of homeopathy, and they have integrated into their practice different things of that practice. And after studying with my mom, and then it's like, I didn't want to, when you're very close to someone or yourself, it's really best to go to a different person, right?
Yeah. Because you have your own idea of how that person is.
Like the book.
And it's your version of them, but it's not the real version.
Necessarily, yeah. And it's like the book, it's like, let's just do all of them because, we lived in the West and we had all the things. So let's just do all of them and not think about what's compatible for me or you. It's like, let's just do them all. And also with homeopathy, if one of them is not for you, it does nothing. That's what it actually does. Nothing.
It's true.
Right? So it's perfectly fine. And with my son, my youngest son, at some point he stopped growing. He stopped everything. He was doing great as a baby. He was
intellectually
doing fantastic,
or physically?
everything. So it's like he was doing fantastic. And me and my husband at the time had decided, we're not going to jab all of the jabs. We're just going to do these 3 and we're going to do it once a year. Mm-hmm. Just one dose. No multiple doses, nothing. And one day, I went for a nap and my husband took him out for a walk. And after he came back, my son stopped growing, stopped developing, stopped functioning, stopped communicating. He was 9 months
Was
old.
jabs involved?
Years later, I learned that he'd gone ahead and given him all the jabs that day. Oh. Right? It was really bad.
Yeah.
So bad. And I didn't know what the hell was going on. This baby was top of the chart, and then he's at the bottom of the chart on everything. What on earth is going on? I would never have imagined in 1,000 years that my husband would have gone behind my back and jabbed this baby.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just having trouble processing that because it hurts. It hurts to even hear.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So I found a homeopath, and I took him to this homeopath, and she said, "Well, she saw it, right?" And when I said, "No, we have agreed. No, he hasn't had those jabs, blah blah blah," and she just looked at me and smiled, and she says, "Okay, well, I'm going to treat the one jab, right? And I'm going to give him this treatment, right? And there's this base treatment, and then we're going to do this other one to detox and do this and the other. And like a week after he started the homeopathic treatment, he started talking again. And he started growing again. Mm-hmm. And he started trying to crawl again. And all the things. Yeah. And it was like, I hadn't seen it.
Right.
I never would have seen it. Because he was too close to me, and it was just a reality that didn't even enter my mind of what could have happened.
When did you learn later on that that's what happened?
Only about 3 years ago.
Oh.
And he's 21 now, or 20, right?
Wow.
So that's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like when he was 17, I found out.
Wow. Mar.
And I was like, what the hell?
Was there any guilt on the other side who did it?
He doesn't give a damn.
He doesn't even think about it. Like,
no,
your reality is just wrong. And,
exactly. Yeah. He did the right thing.
He did the right thing, and the kid's actually better for it. He's going to live longer and be.
And when my son was about 9 or 8, he did it again. Right? He did it again. And I was like, so I actually called the doctor and I said, I'm going to sue you. You don't have my permission to give my son vaccinations. And then I created a dialogue that his dad could understand. I said, look, this happened, this damage happened, right, from this latest one. You can't give him any more jabs. And we went to court.
Whoa.
Right? And the court said, we cannot take medical decisions. We cannot do that.
Right.
The judge said, but you have joint custody, and one of the parents doesn't want this child jabbed, therefore he cannot be jabbed. And he gave an order to stop the father from jabbing the kid.
Wow.
That's the language he could understand.
Okay.
Right? And he actually did it. So he took me to court again. Right? And then I got a doctor to do a genetic test, and he found markers in his in our lineage that said these people get damaged because of this. They're very scientific.
Yeah.
And then the father said, "Oh my God, okay, yeah, we better not jab him anymore."
Yeah.
Right.
And
then the doctor said to me, the doctor said to me, every single person on the planet has those markers. And that's why nobody should be jabbed.
Right. Well, of course no one should be jabbed. They're putting all kinds of heavy metals and stuff across your barriers that are meant to keep all that stuff out. And it's just, I mean, it's on purpose. Then, they put that in there.
Since then, so what happened was he got jabbed at 9 years old or 8 years old. And then I collected him and we went to a airplane show thing, right? Mm-hmm. And it was in a part of California that's full of fields of wheat and grass and trees. And he became very allergic, extremely allergic. Yeah. He'd never had that before. But that day, the jab and the exposure to everything he was exposed to that day, he became allergic to.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So now I watch him and he still has that allergy, but he's not quite there yet to receive the treatment. So once he is, then he's going to get it. Although when I got home, I gave him every single treatment to fix that jab.
Right.
It was still a very strong thing, right? It's a co-creation.
Yeah.
So
that's
homeopathy can behave that way, can actually cure things by whatever methodology. It's like quantum, right? Very tiny little pieces of the item. And it can also, I think, open the possibilities for healing when you find your core remedy. But there's only so many homeopathic remedies, and there's billions of people who are all very different.
Billions of things in the world.
So some of them might have things that really stick out, and you go, oh yeah, that's a sulfur, that's a phosphorus, that's a Ignatia, whatever person. Right. Uh-huh. But the majority of people are not that simple.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Yeah. They're not.
They're really not.
Yeah. So anyway, it turns out that the people who gave that talk back in LA, then there's case models, and it turned out they weren't as actually cured as they were supposed to have been. And it was like, oh, okay, this is all falling apart. Yeah. I mean, it was one of those things to get you to join a school or I don't know what it was, but miracle healings in LAs and wealthy people's homes are
a lot. There's a lot of
There's
them.
a lot of that. I've been to a bunch of those things, and it's usually nothing was a miracle. There was no miracle cures.
Right.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I think people are too complex to have miracle cures, really.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but anyway, as for crust removal, there's, it appears that, been going along and we're taking these things and things are shifting and moving. Mm-hmm. Like stuff is shifting. I don't feel quite the same. I might revert back or go forward or something, but there's movement. Mm-hmm. So something's happening. Mm-hmm. So we're going to take them all.
Nice.
And, there was the worry that, if we take one and it's supposed to be not followed by the other, that's just the opinion of the girl in the book. We'll what I'm doing is I go in there and I look at the label. I'm like, ooh, that one sounds good. just based on
that one.
Exactly. It's like, this one sounds good. And it's like, nah, that one doesn't sound good right now.
Oh, God.
That one, it's like, that's how I'm doing it. And, if I wasn't reading the book before, but, I took just 2 or 3 that I really thought it was me in the book. And one of them, I slept a lot. One of them did absolutely nothing. And, so whatever. And then other ones that were heavy hitters were like, just like, so just take them all.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And plus the book only had 10 and there's 13 in the kits we've been buying.
Okay.
I think there's like that China one, which is the very first remedy that Hanuman ever made for modern homeopathy back in 18 whatever.
Wow.
So that was the first one. So I'm kind of curious. Like the first
I'm curious about that
Why
one.
was it the first one?
Yeah.
What brought him to it? He had something. And it's got nothing to do with China. It's just some plant.
It's a China plant. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So have you done anything else to remove the crust? Were you part of the group that decided to remove it by the 21st of June?
I didn't say that, but I'm with them. Since what was your workshop that we got an amulet, and it was.
Then it's your reality or the healing one?
The healing, was it the healing one?
The healing one, you got an artifact.
But it was the takeaway that I got from your lectures was nothing's going to happen unless you remove your limiting programs. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not going to the light side unless those things get removed. And when that sunk in and it's stuck, and I know there's other facets and other things, but for me, that's like, it's like there's a clear goal to work on right there, because if that's not going to happen, and the reason that really stuck with me, because as we went, me and Kara swapped sessions to go on that quote ship or room or whatever that Larry's thing, original Driving to the Res episode was all about, when he had a
the
session,
regression.
The regression,
thing.
and he went back to, and we call it we call it going on the ship,
Uh-huh.
and call it taken by aliens.
Right.
Who the hell knows what it is?
Yeah.
There's ultra-dimensional beings are coming and taking us physically to an ultra-dimensional place.
Or maybe you go with them.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know. However it happens, because I don't know. But
You
anyway,
end up there.
Well, we end up there, up, down,
Yes,
sideways. I don't know
whatever
where it is.
that is,
We
yeah.
end up from this physical space in my bed to there. And then
Mm-hmm.
back again without remembering it. But we knew we were able to tap into that again. So I did a past life regression with Kara, and she went to the ship, had questions, did all that. And then she has also a way that she can tap into the beings that we were talking to directly and translate for them. Mm-hmm. And so I had a session with her where she was translating directly, which is great.
She basically is a medium.
she is a medium, and she did a mediumship for me. And there's a crystal ball right here. she did the mediumship session with them, and so we were talking to them, having a conversation, and I was like, as part of it, I said, this is really nice we're talking right now, but wouldn't it be great if we could just talk to you anytime like this without having to go into session? And they're like, well, that is actually our hope for you. That is part of the, that's the reason. And so I took that as to mean they wanted us to be raised in frequency so that we could have expanded awareness enough such that talking to them would be obvious and on any time we want to thing, like knocking on a friend's door,
Right.
kind of thing. And they said those, and they looked. They didn't look at me, but I imagine they looked at me and they said, "But we don't have a lot of hope for you." And I was like, "That is a challenge." I was like, "Screw that."
Yeah, I think the you probably was a collective you,
Yeah, maybe
for the planet.
Could be.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know
way.
what it was, but from that, I was just like,
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. and I took that because I had just learned that we have to get rid of the the dark programs, which is the crust, however you want to say it. All the things that are keeping us in the light dark paradigm is the crust, right?
Yeah,
and,
that's the only thing that's keeping us here.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually.
And it's just like, and if you don't get rid of it, it's like you can do all the things you want. You can light booms and do all this stuff. And if that doesn't make it happen, you're not going. And so it was just like, okay, so every day that's in my conscious awareness. I know you said, and me and Kara just had a discussion about this because I was saying, Neely says do processing for 20 minutes. And Kara goes, wait, I don't think that's what she meant she meant processing, like formal processing and then enjoy your life the rest of the time. But the idea to constantly being aware of your reactions and what you say
100%
is
all the time.
Is not processing. That's not processing. That's what you should do.
Right.
And I was like, oh, good. That's a great clarification because that is what I endeavor to do all day.
Yeah, that's what you should do all day.
All day.
That's
and
when you
like,
get results. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I never stop. And even when I woke up this morning, I was doing that with the. When I say I wake up feeling crunchy, means I'm getting a headache and a hangover feeling and stuff like that. And so I was looking at those feelings in my body and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting a puffy stomach. And that puffy stomach is connected to a tight in my neck, which goes right around and pulls
Into
on my
your
eyeball
eyes,
and gives me a headache between here and here. And it's all connected. And so I was like, okay, you're allowed to be here, puffy stomach, get as puffy as you want. And it's like getting puffy. And I was like, I can feel all the stuff moving around in there. It's just like, yeah, go. You're welcome here. Stay. And after an hour of that, it was still operating, but underneath it all, my body was feeling more like athletic is all I could say because I wasn't holding everywhere.
Right.
I let all those things go. And so my body was starting to act like a real body underneath it all, which was fantastic. And that's when I was decided to, let's just test this a little more and just eat whatever I want, which body's like, it's not the best idea, but you just had a brownie and a half. There
you go.
I may or may not pay for that. I do have tools. One of them is to go back and get myself back in that mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I got myself out of the mindset because while I was waiting for this, I started to sit too long in one position and then I want to watch YouTube videos. And I was like,
exactly.
Yeah, so
that's
that'll,
not good.
No, that brings you back into it. But the thing is, just as we were talking, I started to release it again. And it was, there's a dance going back and forth. So many things, right? Your body, elemental wants to do something. And who is it that's causing the tension, And I did notice a long time ago, when I was in a severe headache, I realized that if I completely shut off dialogue, the pain stops. With zero dialogue, of course, the dialogue immediately comes back in.
Your dialogue with yourself, right?
Yeah,
or
just
with the negativity.
Thoughts and things, just any thoughts.
Any thoughts,
like zero thoughts, and the pain goes away. I was like, that is an interesting data point.
Yeah, that's very interesting data
thoughts,
point.
whatever. So it's just like, so thoughts are causing tensions. Interesting. And then you look at which thoughts, because then you get it, and then so basically right now I'm not feeling good, so most of the thoughts are negative. Negative thoughts cause tension and pain. Interesting. And different negative thoughts cause it in different places.
Right. Wow.
So it's like, and that's, so that was like a method I was using a while when I had nothing else.
Right.
To just go to, okay, I'm in full 10 plus 11 pain. And
It's a form of escapism, isn't it?
yeah, all I've got
almost?
left is zero thoughts right now to make this go away.
Yeah.
Well, it's a form of escapism. If only I could escape for like hours doing that, that'd be great.
Right.
But it doesn't work, because what happens is a few seconds or a minute of like no thoughts, and then the pain goes away to an acceptable level,
And then
all
you
of a
come
sudden,
back.
and all of a sudden I'm thinking about everything, and I'm like,
Oh my God. Yeah.
it's like the whole idiot. But it's a great exploration when you're doing that. So it's almost like the things that happen aren't worthless. There's, as long as you're making an effort to use like some of the tools. So all of this is to say is that all day long, I'm usually, if I'm going to react or about to react or had reacted, it's not, the snowball doesn't go when I see it 5 minutes later. I'm on it. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes the reaction is so dang fast that it's like, dang it, and then there's self, damn it, why did you do that kind of thing? And it's like, well, even that right there. Okay. And it's just like, yes, I see all these things. And so it's always this kind of like all day long, which isn't a bad way to be if,
It gets faster though. It gets easier, because now, man, you might just react, and then in the past, it would have taken you days, if ever, to pick up that you reacted
that was a long
wrongly.
time ago. It would take me like a month or a year.
If ever, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then it's like you reacted, and a couple of days later, it's like, I shouldn't have done that. Now it's like you react, it's like, oh shit, I just did that.
Yeah.
And eventually it's going to be before you react, you go, not happening.
Well, no, a lot of times I do get it before it happens.
Exactly. So that accelerates. That's more that. And less and less of the other.
Right.
That's how it works.
And then the reactions, whatever that part of me is it's clever. And so it's making me react like really fast. It's like, we're going to get it before he's enough as a breath. And it's like, yes, I know. And I'm choosing these things, I know. And so maybe I'm choosing to react faster so I can get the reaction. And so...
well, because it's a challenge, probably.
It's a great exploration and stuff.
Yeah.
And I did notice that, and it's nothing against you, I'll talk about you personally, is that oftentimes when I come to the shaman shack and stuff, everything's fine. You walk into a room and my body feels scared. I don't know why. And the scared feeling makes my internal chatter do scared things.
Yeah, we were talking about that with the other panelists.
Yeah.
The effect of my presence or even my work that has on other people.
Yeah, your work no, just your physical. Your work no for me, just your physical presence.
But for some people, it's the work. For some people, it's the physical. Or even communication via email. And it triggers stuff like that.
Yeah. But I was going to say, yesterday, you asked me to go and take the trailer back. And so we spent a couple hours doing the trailer thing. And I don't know if it was the arnica or what, but the whole time, there was no bodily fear and thus no internal dialogue. And
it's brilliant.
I thought we had a good time together. We were kind of talking
really
about
cool.
whatever. Yeah. And there wasn't anything behind it. I wasn't trying to I'm sitting around with an alias, so thus, nothing like that. I was just like normal. Yeah. And so...
shift to something big there, huh?
That's
nice.
why that'd be nice if we can continue that way. Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's okay now. I don't really feel that. I don't think so, no. Checking in. No, not really.
Yeah, it's great.
There's that. And maybe that was arnica. Who knows?
Could have been, yeah.
Could have been.
Nice.
So arnica good for that.
Arnica good. Brilliant.
And what was the other thing in the podcast? Larry was talking about why he didn't fish. Not that this has anything to do with anything, but I always thought he didn't fish because he was stopping fishing so he could support your work and that kind of stuff. And that was like the main thing. But he said it was more he couldn't find a crew. And
we become compatible with realities, right? And when he said he wasn't fishing to support me, was he? Right? Because there's all these programs that could be translated as the way to support Inelia or whomever, right, is by doing X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that in your mind. This is the way it is. This is what needs to be done. Right? But you might be completely wrong. But if you're doing something else and it's not done correctly, you could be polluting the waters.
I see. Okay.
So the process that I saw with him was that he had to clean up the crust around fishing. And it took him years. And that's why he couldn't find good crew.
Oh, okay.
Because he was getting crew through that crust, right? And it's a long history for him. A long history of what fishing is, what it's for, what the money happens, what happens to the money after it comes in, all the things. A lot of history and a lot of crust. So all that crust had to be cleaned. And it manifested beautifully as in cleaning the north, right?
Oh, that's true.
Cleaning the north and getting the north ready and getting the north cleaned and fixed and getting rid of the rusty parts and all that stuff.
And the idea that it wouldn't have been as clean as it was if he didn't think he was going to sell it.
Exactly. So all that had to be orchestrated.
He would have kept the stuff in his bunk because, oh my God, I can't get rid of my son's
all that was crust.
Stuff.
That was nasty stuff.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
It wasn't. Well, the whole place was kind of like,
nasty
trinkets and cobwebs in the corner.
So it's like once he started clearing that crust, and with good allies, Craig, right, excellent ally.
Yeah.
Clearing all that crust, and the allies arrived from that human collective, the orchestration, removing the crust the day before, a few days before. Okay, we're going fishing. I'm going fishing. Doesn't matter what happens. I'm going fishing that day. The most amazing crew arrived. And they're all Mecca.
Yeah.
Right?
So they exist.
And they do. But years ago, they weren't ready. They weren't in that state.
Oh, that's true.
So even they had to evolve and work through some crust to be compatible with this week on the north.
Interesting.
With Larry.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah.
So now, does he pollute the water when he goes fishing? He doesn't. And that's supportive.
That's interesting.
Do you see?
Yeah.
And not only that, but the funds that he's bringing in is supportive.
Yeah. And he seems very happy.
Yeah.
When he saw you guys at Costco, and he was just like, what did he say? He said, aren't you going to get sick of fishing if you have to just keep going back? He goes, you never get sick of fishing. And I'm like, wow.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah.
So some of things are projections, some of them are crust. But how do we support another person or the world? Right? It's like, for me, one of the roles is to support the world. To support not Earth. The Earth doesn't need supporting.
Right.
But the societies, the people that are in the light dark paradigm cluster, the containment.
Yeah.
I support them. Right? It used to be open in that if somebody's choosing very dark and going to the dark universe, support them. But not anymore, because at some point we had to make a decision. Are you working for the light or are you working for the dark?
Yeah.
So I made that decision, so I'm supporting the light workers, right? So it's like that. Sometimes we don't know, or sometimes the crust blinds us to what support actually is when we're supporting people or supporting our community, supporting, things that sometimes we think we're doing all this work for ourselves, not because I want to feel better. But in fact, no, your role is actually to support the community. And you feeling better supports the community better. Yeah. So let's get you feeling better. So you're going to feel really shit until you get better. So it can happen in all sorts of ways,
It's true. Yeah, you don't know what support is. You may not know what support is. Or, goes back to, what are we doing with our life anyway?
Yeah, and you mentioned the trip.
Is it all about us, or is it what is it all about?
You mentioned the trip to the rest with the camper, and that was interesting because I've been getting a niggle that we need that camper at the rest to support Larry, right? In many ways, and safety as well, because he drove home exhausted and he nearly fell asleep on the Hulko 3 times.
Oh,
So that's really, really bad, right?
yeah.
So a way to support him. And I thought, yeah, we should really need doing that. And other things that I mentioned to you that are more confidential. And then the few days I thought, yeah, we really need to get that over there. Maybe we'll do it when Larry gets back. But no, it feels really urgent. It feels like we need to do it right now. And then I left it. And the next morning, the first thought that came in, we really need to get that camper, that RV onto the rest today. And your face popped up in my mind. I'm like, hi, Fred. I says, wait, Fred knows how to drive those things around. He knows how to set them up, put them down, put this. He
got
knows
the
all
same
of that
camper and
stuff.
truck. It's like the same
He knows
thing.
all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask him.
I had nothing to do after Saturday. We weren't going to be here all day. So it's like, and I said, when? You said, how about right after this? I'm like, bye.
Sure.
It was a nice day.
So that's the orchestration. You see, it's compatibility, orchestration, and everything.
Yeah.
And would it have supported us if you had been running that fear program when I'm around? I don't think so. Right? You wouldn't have supported us.
No, and it wasn't there yesterday.
Exactly. So that's...
So that maybe that's resolved. So that's good.
Because it's not supportive, so it's gone. Right?
Well, that's good because I don't want it. I don't like it.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, actually. Sorry. Not your fault. I know that you can kind of hear things if you tune in, and you probably hear all kinds of... It's like, I don't know.
So anyways, point being that crust, sometimes we think that we know how to remove it or what we need to remove, but we're not in isolation.
Yeah.
And we can have that support of our community or the human collective or Gaia, the intelligence network of the reality. We can have that support.
Yeah. And I mean, what is the crust? It's the negative programming and reactions
that stop us from connecting to all that.
So working on that all the time, not, not removing it so that you don't do it outwardly, removing it inside as well. So so that the thoughts don't also come.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's so funny because I have a thing where if I do find myself starting to think of like a negative scenario, how you create like a negative, like hypothetical. About,
if this happens,
I call it a shit burger or a shit sandwich. And I'm like, okay, either if I'm thinking about that and I've thought about it before, I'm eating the shit sandwich.
Oh God.
And if I'm making a new scenario, I'm making a new shit sandwich.
Oh my God.
And so
gross.
It's just like, oh, that's a shit sandwich. And I'm like, and then I just stop thinking about it right there.
Really good.
It's just like, I don't need to be eating or making any more shit sandwiches.
That's a very good method.
Yeah, that's been, that one stuck with me. That actually works pretty well because it's just silly. Yeah. You can see it all. And then the other thing is people have been coming over, I won't say who they are in the community, and they're just like talking to me. And they're like, I'm just feeling this about that. I'm like, is that a negative thought? Is that so? Is that you? Who is a negative thought? You? And they're like, no. And it's like, are those negative thoughts? Yes. Well, that's not you, is it? No. And then all of a sudden, the whole conversation shifts because they're like, oh, I was feeling this like it was my reality, and it's just like, no, it's not.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's a good thing to remember. Anyway. Yeah. So
brilliant.
I think that's all I had. Pretty much.
That's all I have.
That's all I have.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Fred.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, thanks.
Join us for the rest of this conversation at driveintotheres.com.
And when you go to driveintotheres.com and you join in the rest of the show, rest of the second hour, you also get to join in the after party. 9:00 on Fridays, we all get together, including you.
Greetings, Dr. Kara.
Greetings, Inelia.
What did you bring for us today?
Ooh, so many good things, I hope. Well, I thought I would give an update on the crust removal process.
Perfect. When did you start?
I believe it was mid-February of 2026.
Right.
If we're counting, the recent rendition, not like since I first took your work and studied it from 2010.
No. I mean the
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
work of removing this crust that we gave ourselves till the 21st of June.
Yes.
That one.
Yes.